Hello, friends, and welcome back to This Week at Walt Disney World for September the 10th, 2025. I am Sam from Sam's Disney Diary. That is the blue-haired blogger himself, Greg from Fantasyland News. Greg, lots happening in the park. Last week was such a packed show. We didn't get through everything. But you know what? We're back this week with more new stuff. What's happening this week?
Sam, I feel like Channing Tatum and Magic Mike today after my experience at Disney Springs. And I don't want to go into the whole story. It's too much. But rough day at Disney Springs looking for popcorn buckets. Anyway, Sam, I hope you're doing well because today, my friend, we are catching up on past news. Disney World fall and what's going on in the coming months. We're going to go through each park. We're going to go Disney Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom. We're going to go through this week at the parks. The Muppet Courtyard, Sam, is no more. Like, I don't know. Now that the marquees are down, it is no more. Gonzo is Gonzo. Yeah, that's right. That's my own writing right there. Gonzo is Gonzo. This is why I write a blog and I don't do this. I don't know. And then we're going to go around the world of popcorn buckets. Man, we got some amazing stuff. Plus, we're going to talk Tron Aries. We're going to talk D23 events because another one was just announced today. More than just the Tron one, but there's a really cool one coming up. So stick around, people. We're going to go through all the news from this week. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, all that more coming right up. Stick with us. All right, Greg. I think a lot of people have been asking me here, especially since returning for D23. What's new? What's happening? I'm going down for Christmas or I'm headed down for Halloween. What do I need to check out? What's changing? So it sort of inspired us to go park by park because Walt Disney World's a big place and there's a lot of things that are new. There's some things that are being refurbished. And let's go through it. What do you think?
I'm here for that, man. We're going to play a giant game of Snake throughout Walt Disney World property and just collect our fruit as we go. Where's that Pac-Man? I don't know.
No, those are Pokies.
Anyway, Lily Johns, welcome in. Thank you so much, Holly.
Yes.
Caleb, Joshua Hill, thank you so much. Vlad's here. Everybody, thanks for coming in tonight. It's a good show tonight.
I say there's lots of people out there. Lily, thanks for joining from Walt Disney World. I hope that you're in a good spot right now, or you can tell us what else is refurbed and what's new, what you saw today that maybe.
Yeah, apparently her and I were at Disney Springs at the same time today, and
well, there you go.
The darn popcorn bucket they were supposed to release today. So
which one was supposed to
someone
be
had egg on her face in there from their article today.
We're gonna get to that, but which one was supposed to be out today?
The Mickey Mouse Ghost popcorn bucket.
Oh, the Mickey Mouse Ghost. Okay.
Yeah, that matches the pastel Minnie Mouse Ghost collection. It's pretty
Okay,
darn cute.
we'll get
It
to
is
that.
out in Disneyland. We'll go through the whole thing because I got
Yeah,
prices.
let's get through
I
Walt
got
Disney World first.
everything. Like, just let's play a game of Snake around Walt Disney World.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And hey, back to Roy, by the way. Hey.
Okay?
Animal Kingdom. Let's go there first. So let's start with refurbishments. Not that I would be riding Cali River Rapids when it's a little chilly out. I don't like to get wet anyway, but Cali River Rapids is a
Wait.
refurbishment.
You think it's chilly down here in October through December?
Well, that's because I'm here, Greg, and it's gonna be like 57
Yeah,
tonight
man,
up
it's
here
like
in the north.
80 degrees during the day with the
All
sun beating
right.
down on you on Christmas Day. We
Okay.
don't get our cold weather doesn't come till mid-January.
Okay. All right. You got me on that
I
one. So
wanna
Cali
ride.
River
You know
Rapids
what
is
I've
under
never
refurbishment.
ridden, my friend? I
What's
have
that?
never ridden Cali River Rapids ever. Not one time. I don't, and I have no reason for not doing other than I don't want my feet getting wet.
I don't want to get my phones or
Yeah,
cameras or things wet.
I
That's
I
no.
agree.
So this doesn't matter to me. Let's talk about what's gone forever. So if you
Oh, it's all
haven't been
everything's
there
gone.
in a little while, there's a lot of things in Animal Kingdom that are gone forever, including, as we talked about last week, the Boneyard, Triceratops Spin, fun fossil games. It's tough to be a bug. All of those things are gone if you didn't have an opportunity to ride them. Their history. Yeah, their
And you
history.
know,
Some
I'm okay with all of that.
I am too. Some will
Yeah.
be replaced sooner than later.
Thank you, Zootopia, which we're about to
Yeah,
talk about.
we are. But before we get there, let's talk about your last chance to ride. Because Dinosaur, part of that whole big expansion that won't be opening until 2027.
Yeah.
Dinosaur is closing February the 2nd, 2026. If you are headed to Walt Disney World this fall, that is your last opportunity to ride Dinosaur. It will be reimagined and come back as Indiana Jones in 2017 sometime.
Speaking of that ride closing, my friend, is there a ride that you would fly down here to do one final time? Like
Uh,
you gotta spend money, you gotta get on a plane, you gotta
yeah.
book a hotel. Like, I live down the street. I'm like, "Oh, Dinosaur's closing? Oh, well." And I've already ridden it 900 times. But somebody
Well,
like you
right.
who lives not around here, is Dinosaur your thing? Like, I have to get there and ride it one more time.
No, I did that. So the thing with Dinosaur is we've known for a long time this is gonna close.
Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
my last 3 trips, I rode it thinking it would be my last time to ride it. So I'm in no hurry to do it. In fact, if when I was down for Destination D23, I did not go to Animal Kingdom. I did not ride Dinosaur because I'd done that and already did the video out of Sam's Disney Diary, the history, Countdown at Extinction,
Yeah.
the
And
the
your
yeah.
leg, and knees would not handle it like my knees and leg don't handle it.
Yeah, yeah, it is a little
See?
jerky, that's for
I
sure,
agree.
and
A
I
little
see that
jerky.
from Holly, won't miss the
Yeah,
jerky. My
no,
concern is I don't know that that goes away with the Indiana Jones
it
ride.
doesn't.
It
Unless
doesn't,
they have
so
look, they are updating it. I know Joe Rohde is, one of the Imagineers who has come back to oversee the Imagineering department on this. Maybe they are working on the vehicle, and it will be an improvement, and they'll put air shocks in it or something. I don't know. Yeah, we don't know, and I
we don't
cannot
know.
out.
Look, when they reimagined the Tower of Terror at California Adventure, they made it better. They changed it, and there are some details in that behind the attractions episode about the Tower of Terror, but they made it better because instead of dropping you, they make it feel like you're getting tossed up in the air and back down, and it's good. It's good. Like it. Opening soon at Animal Kingdom, of course, is Zootopia Better Together, which opens November the 7th, replacing It's Tough to Be the Bug inside the theater of the Tree of Life. And Greg, it's not just the movie that's coming out,
Not just
right?
the movie, but I also want to mention that the marquee is being installed as we speak. We were there earlier, and there's the marquee is kind of up. Not everything is open. They haven't revealed the marquee yet, but that is coming anytime. I mean, what are we? We are 2 months from the opening of Better Zoo
Yeah.
Together, so I can't wait to see it. But yeah, we're getting more than that. We are also getting Judy and Nick are going to be a full-time meet and greet over at Animal Kingdom in their new outfits. And who knows, fingers crossed, they did pull him out on stage at Walt Disney World's D23 Destination D23, but
Yep.
they brought out for the first time ever Clawhauser. Like,
in Florida. Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
I'm all about
That's
meeting
super cool.
Clawhauser. Yeah, I mean,
Where do
look,
you
the
think
only thing they could have done better was bring out Flash. But then again, it would take him like half the day to get there and half the day to get back. So
right.
maybe you
Ah,
can't do Flash.
well, you just put him up in the podium there and see what happens. Do
Right.
you have any thoughts on where that meet and greet will be? Do you think they're gonna the entire queue is closed. You can't go anywhere down there. Do you think it's along that line somewhere around the back where Doug
I
and
think they're gonna wanna keep it, they're gonna wanna keep it, where you can control it for a while. So it may replace Doug and, Russell. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be down around the backside, and they may put a building or something back there, like
that's
just
what
a
I'm
shed
wondering.
or something. Or it's gonna go by the big giant tree root, off by guest
That's
services.
possible. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's possible. All right, we'll know in just a couple of months. Let's head over to Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios, Disney Junior Play and Dance is listed as reopening in 2026. We know that's not exactly true, but either way, it is under refurbishment and not available, and hasn't been all summer.
yeah, which brings up the point, my friend, that what is not on this list, and I just realized, where is Bluey and Bingo? Why have we not
Ah,
gotten any announcement about Bluey and Bingo coming to Disney World? We were promised that in 2025, Bluey and Bingo would be coming. They came to the Disney Cruise Line like promised and
they did.
already left because they closed down that route in Australia and New Zealand. So there's no more Bluey and Bingo on a cruise line.
So
Where is
if it
they
was
are they?
if it was only the specific
In there.
route that it was on, and that route has stopped. Makes me wonder what legal ease is being worked out before they show up in the parks. But you are absolutely correct. We were told we would see Bluey in the parks in 2025.
Sam, you
We
were
haven't
with me
heard
at
anything.
D23
I
and my
was.
love for Bluey and Bingo, and you
Last
watched me
year's
dance with them.
D23. Yes,
Yeah, that was some good times right
it
there.
was.
Nothing like a grown man crying over Bluey and Bingo.
It was fun to watch. I was
It
cool with it.
was. Yeah.
I have a new appreciation for Bluey and Bingo with a granddaughter now, by the way.
You are in
I
the
do.
perfect age, and you get to
Absolutely.
grow with them and learn how horrible of a parent you are by watching Bluey and Bingo, because you watch how good of parents they are, and you just sit back and you go, "I suck."
Uh, all right, Gone Forever from Hollywood Studios, of course, is Muppet Vision 3D, Mama Melrose, and Muppet's Courtyard.
Yeah.
Last Chance, Last Chance. This I did do last trip, Greg. The Rock and
Right.
Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith will be closing in 2026. This is your last chance to see it. Star Wars Launch Bay is closing in 2 weeks, September the 25th. That will not be reopening. It will reopening as a reimagined space. We'll get to in a second.
And
I saw
another
that you
thing I'm
had some
gonna
images from there. Yes.
Yeah, and, from Star Wars Launch Bay? Well, which
Yes.
one? Oh,
Launch Bay.
I didn't know what I had. I was gonna go say something else.
No, go
I
right ahead.
oh, what's not on the list is Smuggler's Run,
Oh,
um,
yes. The current
right?
version of
We do
Smuggler's
not
Run.
have a closing date and we know when it's reopening. There is a hardcore reopening date. We just don't know how
Yes.
long the refurbishment's gonna take. We don't know if they're gonna retheme anything in the ride, or is it just gonna be an update to the missions themselves. I would imagine they may add some stuff into the queue, but we don't know. But I would that is actually going to go down for maybe a week or longer. We don't know.
Yes. So that what Greg's referring to is the retheming of Smuggler's Run that will coincide with the release of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which will be really cool. Lily got the Rock and Roller Coaster. See, Greg, that's one that I might have gotten back down to ride. Um,
Yeah, I like my
I
shoulders too much.
no, I'm good with it. I'm good
Yeah.
with Rock and Roller Coaster.
I'm good. And
Newly
you know
opened.
what? Listen, Aerosmith was good in the 90s and the 70s.
Oh, when it opened, it was great. It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Newly opened, of course, at Hollywood Studios, The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure, and Villains: Unfairly Ever After. I did
Speaking of
get to
Aerosmith,
experience
hold on.
Villains.
I'm going to throw
Yes.
us off for a second. Did you
All right.
see the VMAs, my friend?
I did the Ozzy Osbourne tribute.
Yes.
I did. I
Can I
thought it
say
was
how
good.
horrible
I
it
thought it
was?
was okay.
Oh,
I
it
thought it was okay.
sucked. It sucked. That kid,
I
Youngblood, great musician. I thought he was great. But Steven Tyler and Joe Perry doing doing Guns, Ozzy. No,
Ozzy,
thank you. There's a reason
Mama,
they
I'm
never
coming
toured
home.
together. Like, give me real bands that were on Ozfest. Give me Pantera.
You
Give
know,
me
I do.
Anthrax.
I in that context, I kind of agree with you. I
Right?
didn't
It's
put two and two
Ozzy.
together that
Throw a
they never
real
toured
tribute.
together.
And you know who I don't want to have a tribute from? Steven Tyler. Anyway, moving
It was
on. Back to
okay.
Disney. Back to the
Coming in
Muppets.
2026, we know that the Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets will be coming in 2026, and the reimagined animation courtyard will be opening. So that is the whole Disney Junior Dance and Play is not coming back. It is coming back as something completely different, and the whole courtyard experience is being reimagined.
Maybe we'll see Bluey.
I
This
hope
whole
so.
episode's gonna be about Bluey now.
I got my yeah, I hope so. It's gonna be fun. The Mary Blair
Yeah.
playground inside of there.
I think that's gonna be
Um,
brilliant. The Alice in Wonderland,
I
Mary
think so
Blair
too.
thing. That's gonna be
I
good. Yeah.
what I'm wondering, and I believe that in pulling some things together, the playground is going to be in the space that used to be where the animators were. That's your part that's tall. It's 2 stories tall because remember,
Okay.
you look through the glass down into them. I wonder if you're going to be
Okay.
able to look through the glass down at the playground. That would be interesting to see for certain, but we'll see.
We'll see. Absolutely.
Let's head over to Epcot. What is
Yeah.
going on at Epcot? A few things. Spaceship Earth
Not
is
much.
currently closed under
Yeah.
refurbishment with an opening date to be determined.
But
I
it's not yeah, it's refurbishment. They're not adding or taking anything from the
They're cleaning it
attraction.
up.
It is
They're
just
fixing things that are
refurbishment.
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're we don't, once upon a time, I can remember Mr. Chapek when he was the CEO of the company talking about how
Okay.
this was going to be completely redone with a new storyline and some kind of a star that was going to take you through. That is not happening. This is just a maintenance, clean it up and make sure the tracks are all on.
Yep.
Replace some parts that you can't do in an Omni mover because it's always moving.
Always move. Yeah.
Always moving. It is festival season. Of course, Food and Wine is right now, August 28th to November 22nd, and it will transition to Festival of the Holidays from November the 28th to December 30th. So I'm not going to call that something's closing, something's reopening. That's just the natural evolution of Epcot because in January it will be the Festival of the Arts. So
Right. It's like
it just keeps
it's
going.
party season. It's party festival season down here. You know
It is.
that Mickey's Not So Scary is going to lead into Mickey's Very Merry. We have
That's right.
Jollywood Nights coming. Like there
That's right.
is, it is, it's our holiday started August 15th, people. So if you don't like our holiday starting August 15th, just stay away until you are ready for holidays. We start
Yeah.
way early.
That's right. The Celebration Encanto has been extended indefinitely. That was originally opened in the Communicore Plaza to be sort of a temporary entertainment venue that would be changed. And it's been very popular, Greg, and it's not
I
going
love it.
anywhere.
Nope. And
Yeah.
it makes you dance every time you're in World Celebration and walking through that area, man. It is great.
Figment and his rotating festivals, Mary. Yeah, Figment and Orangebird and Remy and Spike the Bee and all of them. They just keep going, keep
They
flying
just
through.
never stop. Those guys are on a nonstop party.
They are.
Yeah.
Newly opened in 2025, Test Track 3.0 is open and running, and Geo 87, if you can get a reservation, is happening as well.
Geo 82. Geo
82. Yeah, I said 87, didn't I? That's a different year.
No, that's totally
Geo
different.
82. That is the lounge, of course, inside of Spaceship Earth. And fun fact at Epcot, September 21st. What happens then, Greg?
I don't know, Sam. Fill me in. What's September 21st?
September 21st at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. You will hear September and no other song. Do you remember the 21st day of September?
Yeah.
I like the little Instagram reel that they put out where he was going through the
That was
tapes.
cool. Yeah, I
And there
like
was
I like the tapes.
September.
It was definitely an '80s vibe to it.
Yeah, well, I liked when he said, "Living with the Land, how'd this get in there?" And he took it out. I mean, it was funny.
Right. I thought that was funny. Look, Disney's social media is on point sometime. Hey, Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. I think they have better songs.
It's fine.
And I'm an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan, my friend.
Let's head over to Magic Kingdom.
Wait.
Refurbishment.
So,
Okay,
so
I'm
if you
sorry.
could hear one song all day, Sam, what are you listening to?
Disco Inferno in that attraction.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
You just shocked me, my friend. I didn't think anybody would ever say Disco Inferno. And here we are in the middle of a conversation about it.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I some of the others, I'm like, Blondie's okay. I mean, they're all good.
Like
There's
Blondie,
some
they're
that
all
I
good.
prefer
Yeah,
more than others.
right. We're
They're all good.
debating over the best things that you could have.
There's 6 songs, and I'm good with them. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. I like Everybody Wants to Rule the World. It's a vibe.
Yes, that's not bad.
Vibe.
That's not bad. It is. It's
Look, and there's Holly just like dropping the bomb. She's like, that song sucks. Like, whoa,
it's fine. I mean, there's only 6
here.
I mean, she didn't say that, by the way. If you're listening,
dude, she's like throwing on like
favorite
Disco Inferno.
I will say that Gloria Estefan is my least favorite.
I mean, as a person or as a musician?
No,
or
the song in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
let's move on with.
I was
Magic
more of a
Kingdom.
Sound Machine kind of guy.
Okay,
that's a good joke.
Big Thunder Railroad and Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Sprint are both under refurbishment at Magic Kingdom and are currently down and will be opened in 2026. Gone Forever, of course, Liberty Square Riverboats, Tom Sawyer Island. Have they finished closing in the wall around that, Greg?
They can't catch a break down here, Sam. And I feel bad for them. Because every time they get it drained, we get torrential rain. And it just fills back in. And then they drain it, and then we get torrential rain, and it fills. It looks like it's full again right now, Sam.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's
just because all the rain.
Yep. We have had finally we got some good rain down here, which is a blessing for us. Like, I don't have to worry about a fire in the forest behind my house right now. But
well, that's good. Yeah, we are in a drought up here. We are in a drought officially, which is kind of crazy because
on there. Just open the spout at Heinz and catch the whole place.
It was such a rainy spring and early summer to be in a drought now. It's just odd. And I did not know that Gloria Estefan was in Gabby's Dollhouse.
I thought it was her daughter. Who's in the Holly? You confused me.
I don't know. I may have to watch Gabby's Dollhouse.
Oh, you'll be watching Gabby's Dollhouse when your
sure
granddaughter gets a little bit older. Like that grandchild's going to be like, it's got cats. It's a dollhouse.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Which, by the way, we're going to be talking about her popcorn bucket in a moment.
We're going to get there. Yes, I'm pretty sure I got that. It is your last chance to ride the Carousel of Progress in its current version. We heard at Destination D23 last week that they're changing it. It's being updated. The last scene, we didn't get any details, but we did learn that Walt Disney animatronic would be added to the carousel to introduce it. So it's definitely changing and will be under refurbishment at some point.
Right? Could you think of a better place to put the Walt Disney animatronic at Walt Disney World? Right? The ride has his name on it and stuff. And by the way, Holly, what movie? Is she in Avatar or Gabby's Dollhouse?
Both.
Oh, I thought she was in Avatar.
She's the grandma in the movie.
Ship. She's the grandma in the movie? In
Avatar? I have a feeling somebody's yelling at you from another room right now.
Oh, God.
Newly opened at the Magic Kingdom is the Starlight Nighttime Parade. I did get to take this in, and it's a good parade. I'm good with it.
It's a good nighttime parade.
Yeah. I have no problem at all with it.
It fills in. Did you do fireworks parade?
Yes, I did parade and not a good viewing spot. Fireworks, then parade in a good viewing spot, because the second parade there was nobody there.
Right. It is brilliant to do that. Like, and it's look, the parade, the first time you see it that first night, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. The second time, because you see the fireworks, you get to repeat it and see it again and go, okay, there's some really good spots on this. And this is worth coming to Magic Kingdom at nighttime to watch.
Yes, and I did the good old, I'm gonna watch that first parade, and of course, I recorded the second one because I can't help myself.
Lily will see the parade for the first time
That is
tomorrow.
wonderful. We look forward to your, thoughts on the parade. Don't miss the Jiminy Cricket at the end. That's your shout out to, Spectro Magic, the very back of the last float. I think that is cool, and you have to look for it. It doesn't jump out at you.
No,
It's cool.
little things, little things.
Only happens once. I didn't know how else to categorize this, but at Magic Kingdom, you can ride the shuttle, which is forward and backward the railroad between Main Street USA and
I
Fantasyland
meant to
Station.
tell you this. You should probably change the wording because only happens once is not kind of legit because it has happened in the past.
Yeah, but it's how often did you get? That's we could change the wording.
I mean, look, it
There's
only
an
happened once while I've been covering Disney, so we will go with that.
it's
Yeah,
fun,
the shuttle, and it's fun. Look, you go from Main Street over to Fantasyland, and then Fantasyland back to Main Street.
which is
The
Storybook
trip,
Circus Station. Yeah.
right, and the trip from Main Street to Fantasyland has a great little story, and you may find a little blue alien is part of your trip.
Oh, that's cool. I did not have an
Yeah,
opportunity to do that. It's
yeah,
gonna be that way for a while, so, no big rush. We also know coming in 2026, the new Big Thunder is going to have, a brand new track, number 1. The track's been completely removed and reinstalled, new lighting, new sequences, and hopefully a lift hill that looks like Disneyland in the final scene. And of course, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin is going to be. I really look forward to this update, Greg, because we're talking about the guns that you can, or the lasers you can pick up. They're not stationary, and
right.
your laser is a different color than the person you're sitting with, so you can tell whose is who. How cool is that?
So, do you think everybody has to relearn how to get Master Star Commander or whatever the 9,999,999?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 999,999.
Yeah,
I did a video on that years ago, one of my
right.
first, on how to accomplish that, and there were
Look, this
two
it
targets
looks
in there.
it's
Yeah.
great. You're gonna be able to see some of the progress unless they cover the windows up when you're on the People Mover, but
They did.
it's a
They did.
great little
I
addition to Magic
I
Kingdom.
I rode the People Mover for 2 reasons, Greg. One was to see if you could see into Buzz Lightyear. You
Right?
cannot, they're covered. And the second was to see what was up with the spaceport that's being replaced, the old popcorn slash soda thing, and,
Yeah, the Flight of the
nothing's being
Navigator.
built. Flight of yeah, that's just
Cool
leveled. There's
ships.
nothing there, but
Yeah,
cool ship, that was it,
actually,
yes.
they've redone the pavement, cement is down, they are ready to reinstall whatever they're gonna install there.
Whatever, they're just gonna will it in and it's gonna be there one day. You know how Disney works, right?
And if it looks like Flight of the Navigator again, I'd be a happy gentleman.
That's cool.
Yeah.
One other thing happening over at Magic Kingdom, and this is gonna segue into what our later conversation is, but that's around castles.
Yeah.
The
There's definitely castle stuff going on. Look, it's, the re I don't are we talking about the other thing in a little bit? I don't wanna give
yeah,
away
we'll
too
get to
much.
that. Well, yeah,
So
we'll get to that in a
yeah, yeah,
second.
we'll
Let's
get
just
to
keep
that. So,
moving.
no, the retheme the repaint painting of this happens every few years. This isn't something that is, like, a
Every 5
shock to
years, they told
anybody.
us. Every 5
Right,
years.
so it needs to be done. It's going back to the more cream color blue pale blue look. I really enjoy the look it is now. I really what yeah, I think we're keeping the spires, the gold, fanels or whatever you call them that are around the spires. I think they're staying. So I think some of this stuff is gonna stay and is part of the castle now for good compared to just going back to what the original castle looked like. That is no timeline, but we're gonna talk about timeline in a moment.
Yeah, we will, and we'll talk about timeline and the, Imagineering, on YouTube, which is the
Yeah,
latest version of
we
what
got
we
some
call it
I got
Imagineering.
some, I may have
You
broken
did.
news about it.
I think that you did. You absolutely did because I completely
Yeah,
missed it.
right.
Outside of the parks, just so everybody's aware, January 25th to January 31st, that 1 week in 2026, the Skyliner will be closed. So
Yep.
if you rely on the Skyliner, they'll be taking buses to do that. And also, Blizzard Beach is currently closed for its annual maintenance. Typhoon Lagoon remains open.
By the way, I agree, Lily. Absolutely
Yeah, I
love how
like
it
the way
looks
it's
now.
painted now.
Yep. I
That's
love that.
it's the remnant of the 50th anniversary,
Yep.
and that's the interesting thing we learned every 5 years, right? So it's at D20 at Destination D23, we saw
Yeah.
the Beyond the Spires presentation, which I have full on YouTube, that, in that we learned that it's scheduled for them to paint the castle every 5 years, and as you pointed out, Greg, it lines up pretty right with all the anniversaries. So the 50th,
Yeah.
and we'll
We're
get
gonna
to the
talk
next.
about that in a moment.
We will. So Skyliner and Blizzard Beach both down. Let's go inside the parks this week, Greg, because the image that you took in Toy Story Land, I can count the people in Toy Story Land. This is Labor Day week, the week after Labor Day are the slowest times in Walt Disney
Oh,
World,
by the way,
period.
this is 11:30 in the
This
early
isn't first thing in the
afternoon.
morning, right?
No, this is not 9 a.m. I ran over to try and get a manipulated picture. No, the timestamp on this is like 11:35. Like this park, and then I put up a few other images of Rise of the Resistance. Had a 35-minute queue at the time.
Crazy.
I think Slinky Dog Dash was at 40 minutes. Like this was a beautiful week to be there, and it is still really pleasant down here right now. There's
Just
nothing
gotta dodge the
crazy.
rain. That's all that you gotta dodge the rain. That's it.
There is some rain, and it has not. I did not go to the parks for a few days because of all the rain.
I understand that. So, Lily, you picked a good time to be there. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Let's head right around the corner here to Muppet Vision. Some images that you got back. Oh, not over the construction wall, but taken from the baseline tap house, where
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah. I don't
see
go over
clearly
walls,
into that.
people. You can
But
see
we know,
this from the light of
yep,
day.
we noticed that the Grand Arch Theater marquee has been covered up. So clearly, that is in the early stages of being taken away.
Yep,
The last remnant of the Muppets over there, and also the Gonzo is Gonzo. That's what you mentioned.
that was my quick-witted writing right there. Gonzo
Uh,
is Gonzo.
Gonzo
Yeah,
was
look,
hanging
Gonzo is
from the
hanging
clock.
off the big hand on the clock face. This clock tower is staying. It will be part of Monsters Inc., Monstropolis,
Yep,
whatever they
it's
call
part of
the
Monsters Inc.
area.
Yep,
But
absolutely.
it's just, as Muppet fans, we're celebrating the Muppet 70th right now. Walt
Yes,
Disney,
we are.
Mickey of Glendale's has started selling merchandise for the Muppets. We're starting to see it tie in with the 70th celebration and the magnets they're putting out. I don't know why they waited this long to put the stuff out, but even today they dropped new Muppet stuff from Phenomena.
I did not see that. I only saw the
Oh,
magnet.
oh yeah, Mickey of Glendale's, my friend, and you could purchase.
Lily, you got your picture of Gonzo on Sunday. Well, now
Good,
you could
good.
get a picture without Gonzo
Right.
because he's Gonzo.
He's
That's
Gonzo.
great stuff.
That's right.
Uh, let's head back to some castles because there has been a
Yeah.
lot of talk here. And as I mentioned earlier, the Destination D23 Beyond the Spires was a great look inside the castles. Not just, it started with the castle. It's the heart of the parks. It's what Walt started with, and all of the changes that have happened, the overlays, every castle park across the globe. Um, there's lots happening around there. The one thing that I'm struggling with, Greg, and I think I mentioned it, the 25th anniversary cake was not a good look. And it was not celebrated during the 25th anniversary. Disney's trying to rewrite the history and look back at it fondly. And I don't think many people do.
I think you
My
have people
opinion.
who would like to rewrite history, not just Disney, but every influencer wants to be like, I was there as a child and I remember it. And you're like, no, not that many people. It's like when everybody goes to see, I saw Metallica in a room with 50 people,
Yeah, yeah,
and you
exactly.
hear that from 10,000 people, and you go, 9,950 of you were not there, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly
You
right.
know, I didn't experience it in person, but I gotta admit, I would have loved to seen the castle look like that for a few weeks. You know
But
what
it
really
wasn't
grinds
it
my
was
gears?
18 months, Greg. It was an 18-month
I'm
celebration.
cool with that, man. I
It was
could have
not a
lived
couple
with
weeks.
it because I know that the cast looks beautiful before and it'll look beautiful after, and I'm cool with it. You know what really grinded my gears about this? making a big deal about Stitch TPing the castle and talking all about it. And it's this wonderful thing. And we had such a great time doing it. And it was going to be a joke. And we had to make sure we had the right paper product to hang across the castle. And then
Yeah.
you have the movie come out recently and you do it through AI and you don't actually do it to the castle.
Yeah, you did it virtually. So that
You
what's that tell you?
virtually
That
did it.
tells you there were enough complaints the day that they did that from people that were there for the only time
No,
ever, and they
because
left a big
I
I'm
don't think
telling you,
that's what it is. No,
it
that was because everybody looks back on like, oh my God, I can't believe I was there that day. All 9,950 of them,
exactly.
right?
I will say, here's an interesting spot. I just mentioned that the castle was the 25th anniversary cake for about 18 months. And if you look back at the Christmas Day parades and the Easter parades and those celebrations, in 96, they talked about the castle. In 97, it was still the cake and they never mentioned it.
Yeah, of
They
course.
they never said anything about it. Now, that could be because it was scheduled to come down soon and they didn't wanna advertise something that people wouldn't see because of their trip, but I just thought it was interesting that it was
Look, man,
still
they put out merch with that castle on it, and it sells. That's all I know,
I have seen T-shirts with it recently, and it's
right?
yeah. You know, the castles is what Walt started with. I mean, that's it. It was and
Yeah.
interestingly enough, if you watch the current episode of We Call It Imagineering, which is all about castles, they
Oh, it's
talk
great.
about the fact that the original design layout for Disneyland did not include a castle. It had a hub and it had the areas, but it was only when Walt decided he wanted Fantasyland and he wanted an entranceway into Fantasyland that the castle came about.
And I loved what I learned about that was originally in the concept, the castle was actually turned around 180 degrees.
That's right.
And then
That's right.
they were messing with it, and one day they just happened to flip it around. They turned it around, and Walt walked in and said, "That looks much better." Oh,
Yeah, and
and
just
by
think,
the way,
it's
what we
yeah,
did learn is, and this is a great little point, the
yeah,
drawbridge that you see on all the
yes.
images technically still is in operation. It still
Yes, that's
works.
cool.
They had to test it out recently. They have video of it, but yes, that drawbridge is still technically a legit drawbridge.
Yeah, they've used it twice, but then
Yeah,
they've tested it since. They used it opening day. If you go back and watch the original 1955 broadcast, the drawbridge is lowered and the kids run across it, and they did it again, and I believe it was 1982 with the new Fantasyland opening. I might be
yeah.
wrong on the year, but I think that's
I
when
don't
it
know. How much
was.
do you think it would cost for me to rent out the park and get them to do it?
Mr. Beast could do it. I'm just
I'm not
saying.
Mr. Beast.
No, neither am
I'm
I.
not Beastly.
Um,
Yeah.
I imagine this, right? Because we've talked before. Disneyland is Walt's train set, and he had a model of it. And having done as a kid, played with trains and doing things, it's kind of cool to think somebody just picked up the castle and turned it 180 degrees and set it back down. And Walt comes in and goes, "Yeah, that's it. That's what I want." I just think that's cool as can be.
I love that. I do. So
Uh, so
let's move on to our our castle here.
Yeah, so the
Um,
50th anniversary, this looks great versus the 25th, but I that's beautiful, but let's talk about what you noticed during that We Call It Imagineering, because I watched it, I saw it, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Greg, what did you spot, man?
yeah, so if you watch the Walt Disney they talk to one of the Disney Live Entertainment coordinators and the Imagineers, and they are talking all about how they do projection mapping onto Cinderella Castle. And then
That
they are talking
software
about
looks
how
amazing, by the way. The software's like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
so incredible.
And how that you gotta make it look like Peter Pan is actually and Wendy are actually flying across the castle, and you can't have them look like they're flying against a wall, so it has to look like they're truly flying. And I
Yeah.
went, "Wait a second, when do Peter Pan and Wendy fly across the castle?" Because I've seen Happily Ever After, a few hundred times. I've
Oh, yeah,
seen Minnie's
ditto.
Christmas time fireworks. I have seen the fireworks at, I've seen Enchantment like 100 times. Like, I know my castle, and Peter Pan and Wendy do not fly across the castle at all. So it was like, What do you mean, Peter Pan and Wendy are flying across it? So we are wondering if this could possibly be an update to Happily Ever After. They talk about how when the castle is going to be repainted, they are going to have to upgrade the show for Happily Ever After and all the fireworks. They're gonna have
Yes.
to change the coloring. They're gonna have to
Yes.
change everything. This looks like a brand new scene that may be coming to Happily Ever After. But not only that, let's talk about that big oval pink Cinderella castle dead in the middle there,
Right in the
Sam.
middle, right where the 50 was, right where the clock is today. There's something there that Greg spotted.
Right. That, I believe, is the brand new medallion that'll be across Cinderella Castle for the next 18 months. But let's talk about when we're going to see this, Sam, because this isn't happening overnight. This is going to
Nope,
take some time.
that's
What
right.
happens every 5 years when they update the castle here? We celebrate an anniversary
Yes, we do.
on
50 is now
October
55.
1st. 2026, we will be celebrating the 55th anniversary of Walt Disney
Crazy.
World.
Yesterday, we did the
I
50th year.
know,
I swear it.
crazy enough, it has been I could not believe it's been that long already. But look, this castle and the show update, and if that medallion is coming, they will all open on October 1st, 2026.
Absolutely.
And if you want to expand on that, you can look at some of the attractions built up around it, right? Big Thunder is
Yes.
gonna open up early, but
Yes.
Buzz Lightyear is probably going to be an October 1st, 2026 opening. You can look at Rock and Roller Coaster, right? It's going to take 6 months or longer. So if
Yeah,
you shut
that's right.
that down at the beginning of the year, October 1st, 2026 is the perfect opening day for Hollywood Studios to open that. So
Yes.
start,
Agree.
if you are out there and if you were like us, start paying attention to opening and closing. And you don't really have to worry about openings because by October 1st, 2026, it'll all be open. And
A
that
lot's gonna
part
be open.
is
That's right.
going to be clean. It's going to be refurbished. It's going to be repainted across the board. I remember for the 50th anniversary walking into Fantasyland after they were cleaning it and painting it and going, this place looks brand new. It was
Yes.
beautiful
Yes.
beyond compare. And I would walk in there at 9 a.m. and go, this is what people want. Like it just felt great. And this is what you're going to get all next year.
Can't wait to see it. Um, Another interesting thing in how this all sort of ties together in that I don't remember if it was the Destination D23 or the YouTube special. They talked about when you project onto the castle to make the colors pop, you have to take into account the color of the castle.
Yep.
So when you move from a pink background to this gray background and you project a vibrant color onto it, you don't get the same image if you're projecting on the pink or if you're projecting on the gray. So they have to tweak the color that's being projected to make it still pop when it hits. So this all has to be coordinated pretty closely to allow them to say, okay, today the castle's pink, tomorrow the castle's gray. There might
Right.
be a week in between them, but that's also when these medallions get hung and any special effects get hung and those ribbons that you see, which
Which,
are, I'm
by
going
the
to point
way,
to them here.
in this
They're
image that
similar
they
to, but not
show,
the same as.
they are not the same. They are much more ribbons on top of this
They're
castle.
skinnier, they're thinner than the
Yep.
50th. The 50th was just like one wrapped around, but it's
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, you can see in that picture, and those are still up.
Yeah,
So I think
there's some
we're
changes.
looking at a great 55th anniversary with this opening up.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, I wonder if that's just gonna be called WDW
55?
55. I mean, is
I
that
hope
it?
so. That should
Uh,
be it.
which is kind of
I'm
interesting
already
because you
doing the
go,
hashtag WDW55, baby.
so WDW 55 and Disneyland 55 mean two different things, but it's cool, right? One's
Right?
celebrating 55 years and one opened in 1955. That's just kind of cool.
Crazy.
I love it. All right, you want to move on to one of your favorite topics? Because
Oh,
look, I remember a point in time when all you needed for popcorn was, a white bucket with some red stripes, and you get it at the theater, and you're good. Things have changed, and there's been this entire industry that has evolved. And my friend from Fantasyland News is in front of all of it. And if you're trying to figure out what's next, he's who you need to talk to. So let's go through a couple here, Greg. I have some images, and
Do
if
it.
I missed anything, I'll ask you to share. But we've talked about this. Toy Story is being re-released for its 30th anniversary with some pretty interesting looking buckets. Tell me about those things.
Yeah, what's great is, originally, we only knew of originally, Regal was like, "This is exclusive to us," and then we happened to find out that at Harken Theater out in, Arizona and out to
Harken.
California and stuff,
Okay,
they
never heard of them.
decided that they were going to sell it also, and then Cineworld came out, Cineplex came out, Regal, AMC, they all have them for sale, and they're on sale now because this movie comes out in 2 days, and I think a premiere is tomorrow. So, Toy Story popcorn, but it's like $24.99 and $18.99. The cup and the popcorn bucket are tins, and they match, and the characters do come off the top for you to clean.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you
All
go.
right.
Toy Story 30th is in theaters this weekend. I'm sure Disney Studios would be happy for us to mention it's the 30th anniversary, and it comes out this weekend, folks.
It
And you
is.
can get your popcorn bucket at all major
Yeah.
theaters across the country. Because not only do I, Sam, not only do I talk about the Regals and the AMCs and the Cineworld and Cineplex and stuff like that, I do talk about Harken Theater or Marcus Theater up in your area, or like
Yeah.
I talk about all of them across the country.
Well, and not just Disney when it comes to popcorn buckets, because there's been some really cool ones. You
There's
shared the
been some cool
Jurassic
ones.
Park ones recently,
Yeah.
but another one that's not in the Disney umbrella, but
This
is
was for you and I. This
yeah,
you only you and
Spinal
I
Tap
would
2. I
appreciate
didn't
this
even
one.
know Spinal Tap 2 was a thing.
Yeah, it goes to 11, my friend. The
The
only
pop
popcorn
yes,
bucket that
it goes to
goes
11.
to 11. Like
Spinal Tap
the
2, the
volume,
end
the bass,
continues.
the treble, the mids, they all go to, it's a
Wait,
Marshall amp,
oh, they
and
all
it's
go to 11, not just the volume? I thought just the
yeah.
volume went to 11.
No, it all goes to 11.
Does it go to 11? It looks like you just scratched it out. They used to say 10. You put a 1
Yeah.
there.
No,
It goes
it's
to
one
11.
more. No, it always goes to 11.
Ah.
Hello, Cleveland.
Um, I don't know when this movie comes out. I don't know
Tomorrow.
anything about it. Oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Do
tell
you
you
hear
what
that?
else.
You hear that? That's the sustain. It's
Yeah,
still going.
it also makes me wonder what popcorn buckets could we possibly see next year for the second version of why am I blanking on it? Gosh darn it. Mel Brooks.
Spaceballs?
Yes,
Oh,
Spaceballs 2.
Sam,
What are we gonna
I
get,
don't
Greg?
even want to guess because there's many things that I would like to see as a popcorn bucket from Spaceballs.
I agree. I want Darth helmet. I mean,
Everybody wants Darth Helmet.
yes. All right. This is the
I want
popcorn bucket
Lady
here.
Liberty with a vacuum.
Yes, that would be great too. I don't disagree. Or just the Winnebago.
I'll take the Winnebago. Yeah,
The Minnie Mouse light up.
Mickey.
That's not Minnie Mouse. It's Mickey light up ghost bucket. That's what you went to Springs to find today, and you were
Yes,
disappointed.
but it is available at Disneyland for between $36.99 and $37.99. The difference in price is one comes with breadsticks, or you can go get
Oh,
it with a bag of potato chips or with a bag of fries. It depends on where you buy it from out in Disneyland, and it's crazy because it has
yes.
to come with something. I don't know why it doesn't come with, I don't know, popcorn.
Well, that's how I'll tell you why. Well, it should come with popcorn, but the
Somebody's
reason
got
why
a
it has to come with something is
allergy to popcorn in
well,
California.
no, it is part of Disney food and beverage, not part of consumer products.
Yeah.
So all of the revenue that comes from popcorn buckets goes to food and beverage, and the internal counting beans look at it.
Yep.
And if they just sold the bucket without any food or beverage, it becomes merchandise, and it becomes
Yeah.
all the tangled webs we weave.
Yeah, Disney is on top of it. But anyway,
That's right.
pay attention to Disney Eats. I will be over again tomorrow morning at Disney Springs trying for this because this is a cute popcorn bucket. It's got
It is
3
cute.
light settings. The pumpkin lights up. Sam, one of the things at Destination D23 they talked about was the first popcorn bucket ever released at Disney was a Mickey Mouse ghost popcorn bucket.
Yes, it was.
And it was
That's what
Mickey
they said.
Mouse who literally had like a sheet over his head.
Yes.
and his ears were cut out, and
Yep.
he looked like a ghost.
It
Okay,
was cool. It was cool.
and now we're 2026, 26 years later, and there's Mickey Ghost
Is that
popcorn
when it
bucket.
was? 2000? The first bucket?
2010. Oh, dude, what did I say?
The
16 years later.
16 years later. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
couldn't remember when the first bucket was.
math is not my strong
The
point today.
first and when I say bucket, not the traditional buckets. I've had them for a long time. The
Oh, no, no,
bucket
no,
that you
this is the
refill
first
for $1,
molded, like,
where the
plastic
first mo
molded.
character, call
Yeah,
it a novelty bucket. Let's call it that. How's that work?
it sounds
Do
dirty
you
to me,
plan on
but
getting a
okay.
Dante? Is Dante coming to Walt Disney World or
Dante
just
is
Disneyland?
Disneyland only, and that is for
Okay.
Plaza de Familia, for their celebration out there, but he's available everywhere. I just like his array of, I'm gonna hack it, so I'm not even gonna try it. His dead form, right? When he goes into the
Yes.
afterlife,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
his form, and he looks
Yeah, the
brilliant.
colorful
I
form.
wish of all ones that I had, this was the one because it looks
It's
great.
cool looking. It is cool looking.
Yeah,
I mean, you got a dog that's just like wings and it's cool as can be. Lily, for you, I also hope that is there by Friday. You
yeah,
just missed that Death Star bucket back when, so I hope you get this one.
right.
Greg, the
I wonder if I
next
could put
ones,
do you think I can chalk my dog to that color and put wings on her?
I think you could probably go to shopdisney.com and find a costume that you could
Oh,
put
who
on your
wants a
dog that looks
costume?
like that.
No, this dog is we're gonna chalk her.
Um,
Just edible chalk.
Greg, the next one I have is goes into Tron. Do you have any others that you want to share before we get to Tron,
What
or
do
just
I
keep going?
have? Yeah, just keep
We're down
going
to 8
because
minutes, so I'll keep going because
yeah.
Tron, this
I have
is
Gabby, but, we can pull up Gabby some other time.
okay.
You know what? How about you let me say, no, you got it.
It's fine.
You
I
got it.
got I got a whole bunch of Tron because it starts with your image from the which by the way, October 10th, I am going to see this. Can't wait. The light cycle that was at Destination D23 and the drop of a whole bunch of
Dude, this is just
novelties.
one set, but this
This
is
is
a
one set.
brilliant set. Look,
This is
Ron
yeah, what do we
Aries,
got?
my friend, has the greatest popcorn buckets. Like, it's almost as good as the Dunusy. Like, the Dune popcorn bucket was so
Okay.
good that it started the trend of everybody else having to. So, this one, the light cycle, right? If you look at the wheels, get
Yeah,
filled with popcorn, and then there's a light switch that it on so it lights up.
that's cool.
That's like 200 ounces of popcorn. So this thing is rather large. The
How
one
big
you
was
see,
the one from Fantastic Four? The biggest one?
364 ounces.
Holy cow. Okay, so this is
Yeah.
100. I just wanna put it in perspective. So
Yeah, yeah,
this is
yeah.
like your
It'll probably
single
be the
serve.
size of if I looked up, it would be the size of a Herbie.
Okay,
Like,
if,
it's going to be a large popcorn bucket. And then on the right-hand side, we have the popcorn tin coming to AMC, and then the
that looks cool.
grid that is from the original Tron Light Cycle game
Can
that
you
was
move
released in
that bike?
arcades.
Does that bike
I
move through there? That would
You
be
better
really
be able
cool.
to because and nothing for nothing, doesn't that look a little Pac-Man-ish?
It does. Yes, yes, yes.
Right?
Just the way
I
but it's
I
also Tron. It's how the game worked, right?
right,
It's
so
the
here's the
sharp
AMC one.
angles and yeah.
At D23, they are doing the, three or showing all 3 movies, and you get
Yes.
one of those 2 popcorn buckets. We just don't know which one. But here's
Okay.
everything, like, look, there's a collectible Tron Ares pin, which is in the data disc, which is triangular for Tron Ares. It's not circular when, Flynn
Oh,
had it and
that's
stuff
cool.
like that.
Yeah, so those
Right,
gotta
when
be coming to
Tron
photo op
himself
props
had it.
too. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Then we have the popcorn bucket, the arcade cabinet, Sam,
It's
you and
cool.
I sent
Yeah.
you that picture. I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yes, 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 that's cool. That looks
Do
cool.
you remember the last time you played a Tron arcade cabinet?
I do because it was at the media event for the opening of Tron.
Yup, it's exactly what it was, and I spent an hour playing Tron and
Yes.
had the greatest time. I was living my best. Look, Tron was the first Disney movie I remember seeing in 1982. It's like, that
Yep,
was
that's when it came
Disney
out.
to me, so
Yeah,
I
I
am
get
a
it.
child when it comes to this. New
Um,
pint glasses from Alamo Draft House. There is an Alamo Draft House down in Florida, and then you follow along like a Georgia over to Louisiana and Texas,
okay. Yeah, I
obviously.
don't think
But
those are here,
it's
but that's
again,
cool.
you may not hear of these theaters. These theaters are massive in the markets they're taking care of.
Absolutely. Yes, and they're gonna sell a heck of a lot of these glasses.
There's
Now,
gonna be
this
a
is what
lot
you
of this
were
sold.
alluding to a minute ago.
Yes. At
Destination or not, but a D23 event. Go ahead.
D23 is having a special movie marathon of all 3 Tron movies. It's a triple feature of Tron, Tron Legacy, and Tron. You get the sneak peek, early preview of Tron Ares 2 days beforehand, before it is released.
Yeah.
$100, but you get one of those popcorn buckets. You get a light up wristband that is going to interact. You get credentials. You get so much stuff for this,
That's cool.
and you are in the theater for 7 hours. So bring a pillow and a blanket and
Yeah.
I don't know, dinner. Like, to
I
me, Sam, I saw this and like Holly showed it to me and I gasped. I was like, "Oh, yes, I'm going. It's great." They went on sale today. They're $100. There are still tickets available because I don't know
that's
many
October
other
the
people
8th.
besides me are
That's a
Tron
that's
fans.
a Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
That's a Wednesday, so if this starts at 3 PM, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's probably 7:30, 8 o'clock when you're seeing Tron Ares,
Yeah.
would you think?
That's
I
which is
wonder if
the
that
exactly when media is probably seeing it.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Probably about the same, with
Yeah.
the, embargoed content reviews that can't be dropped until
And you
Friday
know
or
who's not gonna do a review on Tron Ares, my friend? This
you.
guy. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna ruin the movie. I don't wanna sit there like a reviewer. I don't wanna
Oh,
overthink
no,
it.
watch it.
I
Yeah, yeah.
just want to be in Tron.
It will be interesting to watch them one after the other. I did rewatch Tron before I saw Legacy,
Yeah.
just to kinda remind you where
Well,
because 'cause it's been a long time.
unfortunately, look, you'll get some of the concepts, but this happens 14 years after Legacy. There's no characters that carry over except for, Flynn, kinda not Flynn, but, yeah, Tron.
Uh, Very cool. Alright, Greg, that's what I have. I think it's time to,
Get things
light the
started?
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we
it's
have
time to
Muppets of the
get
Week?
things started. We do. It is week number 55. Talk about 55s. Maybe that's a lottery number that we need to play, right? A
Yeah.
WDW 55, Disneyland 55, and now it's the 55th week of Muppet Magnets. And for 55, we get one of my favorites, Phenomena.
Phenomena. And the Snows.
Phenomena.
Did you know they were named the Snows?
I did, but I'd forgotten.
Phenomena. No, no, no,
Doesn't
no.
it?
Phenomena, no, no, no,
Now,
no.
being
No,
where
no,
I'm
no, no,
from,
no, no, no,
this
no.
this
No, no,
was
no, 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 no. Phenomena. No, no, no,
Palomalu
no,
was
no,
another
no.
big part of
No,
this,
no,
and if
no,
you're from
no, no,
Pittsburgh, you
no.
remember.
No, no,
Palomalu. Ba-da-da-da. Palomalu. Ba-ba-da-da.
Phenomena. There's my reverb. Okay, I'm done.
And by the way, you have caught up, my friend.
I have. Dude, it's been touchy once in a while where you're just like, I need time to go to the parks and do this. But yeah, we are all caught up. We are at 55. It has been, we're down to 15 weeks, Sam. I can
We are.
almost see breathe a sigh of relief.
Which, by the way, Phenomena was not on either of our lists, so we still got some to go. I'm still looking for Clifford, Emily Bear, Uncle Deadly, and of course,
Yeah.
Gonzo, Miss Piggy,
They're all
and Jim
coming. They're
Henson.
all coming. And
They're all
the
coming.
further we
Gonzo,
get to
Miss
the end,
Piggy.
the more you know what the big ones are going to be. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm
Yeah, I
as I said,
still these come out every Friday. Halloween is a Friday. I'm still saying Uncle Deadly's gonna come out on that Friday.
I'm with you, man. I'm absolutely with you.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
So anyway, Sam, it has been a fun week going over everything as normal. We will be back
We're
again
not as
next.
jam-packed as we were last week. Last week there was just too
Yeah.
much. Oh,
This week it's cool. I'm good. I'm good. It is exactly an hour. I want to breathe. I want to just chill. I want to get
I'm with
over
you.
feeling like I was crushed today by some crazy lady at Springs. I got to get over this, man. Anyway, as always, you can get Sam at samsdisneydiary.com or Sam's Disney Diary on YouTube. On Instagram, he is Sam's Disney Daily. You can get me at Fantasyland News blog across all social media, including fantasylandnews.com, where we keep you up to date on all the breaking popcorn buckets, Disney news, whatever.
Yes.
Same with Sam. He is on top of it and does really good in-depth stuff. Go back, check out his YouTube for all the latest videos, especially from Destination D23. D2. I was like, I'm rolling two-sided die now. Anyway, Sam,
Yeah,
I need to stop talking. I'm going to say end of
I
line.
just counted. There are 12 videos from Destination D23, full panels out at Sam's Disney Diary on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more, no matter where you're watching. And we'll see you September the 17th with This Week at Walt Disney World. Congaloosh.